All righty. Next up, we have Coach Dooley. So let's hear what he had to say about this coming weekend.
Head coach's media
Here we
session.
go.
Happy to be joined by Southern University and SWAC Western Division champion, head coach Eric Dooley. Good morning, coach.
Good morning.
Coach Dooley, as always, we appreciate you take some time out of your schedule to join us. We know it's a busy week as your team prepares to travel to Jackson to participate in the SWAC football championship game. Coach, if you could please start us out with an opening statement, just recapping your team's most recent victory there in the Bayou Classic over Grambling State.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game day atmosphere. Of course, being in the Bayou Classic, great classic. A lot of fans showed out. We know that Grambling was going to come to play. It was an exciting game all the way to the end. Fortunate enough, we were able to pull it off, and that landed us a spot in the SWAC championship game. So, hard-fought game. Guys pulled through and played for 60 minutes. Good football game for us.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach Dooley. We're going to open up for questions. First question goes to Jim Klein-Peter.
Hi, Coach. Looking back at the last time you played Jackson State, what were some of the things that you want to correct specifically?
That's really an open floor question. I probably won't answer that question right there. There's some things obviously we have to correct. And that's what we're going to work on this week right here. So we're preparing for a great football team.
How much does
I bet you not gonna answer that question. Because you know it's a lot. You know it's a laundry list of shit you gotta clean up. I bet you're not gonna answer that question. That's funny.
Losing to a team the first time, does it create much of advantage for payback or revenge or anything?
No, it don't create advantage for no one. A lot of guys live into the cliche, this team, this and that. There, you got to play the game. You got to play the game each time you line up to play. Everybody's going to be a little different. Yeah, you're going to do some of the things that you're accustomed to doing, that you've been great at doing. But coaches make adjustments. When you talk about a good football team like Jackson State, they're going to make adjustments. They got better since the last time we played us as well. So we do understand that we don't look in the past. We never try to look in the rearview mirror or think of a payback. No such thing. You got to play the game for what it's worth right now today.
This question goes to Dr.
Come on, man. Okay. All right.
Good morning, Coach Dooley. Congratulations on the Bayou Clash victory, as well as winning the Western Division.
I know what's in the back of your mind, though. Like, I know, okay. I know you're trying to speak for the cameras, and you don't want to come off as that, you don't want to give Jackson State bullet board material. I recognize that. But come on, man. Like, that ass whooping gotta be in your back of your mind, bro. It gotta be. They shut you out. They know what some of y'all players did in the locker room. You can't tell me that's not in the back of your mind, bro. Payback has okay. It may not be the topic of discussion that you're thinking about, but I know you're saying, "Oh, we're gonna get them back. We gotta get them back for what they did to us." I know that's what you're telling them. I know that. You know how I know? Because I've been in plenty of locker rooms where we had a chance to go and play against somebody that beat us the first time. So I know, man. Come on, man. Come on. Just come on.
SWAC.
Come on.
Appreciate it. Good morning, Doc.
Come on, man.
Good morning. With that being said, in terms of film evaluation, coach, you usually have that where after a game you go back and watch the film and you prepare for the next opponent. How much of that is the case when you have a rematch like this? Do you actually go back to that game film of that particular game? And if you do, what are the kind of things in general that you look for? And if not, where do you go for a championship game to get game framework of how you're going to break down a team?
I think you keep it open though, and the reason why I say that, because you got to continue to do what you've been successful doing. You got to make that better as well. Of course, we still have that philosophy. We got to scratch where the itch is too. So where we have some corrections that we have to do, of course, we got to go back and fix that. But I think I'm a guy that looks at everything. I think this is that's a passion of mine. I want to look at everything, regardless if it's the first week, the last week. I still want to watch tape because it's something that you can find that you feel you can be successful at. So, and some things that you wasn't successful that you can still learn from that situation. So, I think coaches are a creature of habit. They're gonna look at everything if they got the tape to watch it. So, every film that's out there, you want to take a look at it if time permits.
Makes sense. Follow-up question would be just you as a head coach being in this position last year, taking a team up to a championship game. Does that provide some things that you'll be able to support you in doing it this time with Southern? Or is there anything that you may change from last year that you didn't do or wasn't able to do in terms of this matchup this time?
No question. You're talking about a different team, but
I'm about to say it's a totally different team playing
with.
with.
Some things I'm going to do different because
totally different team.
Didn't come out successful. So you got to change some things to get better at it. So no question about that. We will change some things that I see that can benefit us as well.
Thank you, Coach. Look forward to the matchup.
Yeah, well, he has
Next
a whole
question
different
goes to
team.
Ernest Ricks.
Congratulations, Coach, on your victory.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Coach, specifically, how has your team improved since the last time you all played Jackson State?
Well, the thing is we're improving in spots. Certain spots that are not where I clearly want us to be at, but I do know we have gotten better. I do know we have a good football team as well. No question about that. Still some things that we're working on because I'm a guy that like to execute at a high level. So even if it's perfect, I'm still striving for perfection some more. So we're working, but we have gotten a lot better. Some things, the chemistry have gotten a lot better. We know some of the things that we're good at and some of the things that we wasn't good at. We worked on those as well. So we're not a different football team. We're the same football team that's now with the ability to do the things that we should have been doing from the beginning.
Okay.
Coach, follow up. Just for you, what does it mean for you to get back to the SWAC championship this year? And what does it mean for you in your first year coaching Southern to be here?
Well, to me, I'm a guy, this is not where I want to be at, not just the SWAC championship. Of course, you want to get there, you want to do some things a little different. You want to win it. That's why you get there. So it's some things that we're preparing. This is not, I don't believe in goals, and it's a long story behind that. I just believe in playing and making sure that we're able to go 1-0.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Next question goes to Jeff Licey Jr.
Okay.
Coach Dooley, what do you need from your quarterback, Sean McCray, in this week in order to get a victory over Jackson State?
I need him to win the game. That's why I look for a quarterback to win the game. I don't need him to manage it. I'm going to sit on that sideline. I'm not going to put on no EQ. So I just need him to go out and win the game for us. And what I mean by that, he don't have to take the game by himself and win it. He just got to put us in good positions. He got to be that guy that he's a quarterback. He's going to touch the ball every down. So he has a big, significant impact on what we do and how we do it. But there's no pressure on him because they know that when they play quarterback for me, that's what I expect. And in winning the game, of course, he's going to do some things that's going to put us in good positions.
Fam, he's the leading rusher of your team. Fam, what you mean? Well, I mean, shit. No, duh. He ain't a. You don't use him as a game manager at all. For like, to be honest with you, y'all use him as the end all be all, bro. Like, because, fam, dog, he runs the ball like 15 to 20 times a game. He's y'all leading rusher. And y'all know how skinny he is, bro. Like, y'all don't advise him to slide, to go out of bounds. Fam, you know how you got Aubrey Miller, who just won SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. You got Niles Gaddy on the other side. Cameron Craig on the other side. Fam, nah, you can't be using him just any old kind of way, bro. Like, you gotta play him carefully because they know that he's a running quarterback. And Jackson State has been feasting on running quarterbacks all year. They've been feasting on them, including the Boombox Classic the first time. So I look, ain't no like he better be game managing. Like you gotta use your other weapons, bro, because you have weapons at receiver. You have weapons. You don't use them because you use a Bashawn McCray to like you ask him to be your running back and your quarterback. Nah, man, like, I don't know why you don't. I mean, look, the way he's been looking, I can see you don't use him as a game manager. I know that. I see that. I don't, dog. Man, dog, yo, if I tell you this, if he plays like the way he played last week, then Southern is getting blown out again. If he play like that, that's all I'm gonna say. He can't
Absolutely,
play like that,
just
dog.
a quick follow up. I just in conjunction with that, your offense wasn't able to get on the scoreboard last time you played Jackson State. Just what is the message to them heading into this SWAC championship game?
Well, again, I know questions come in all type of way. I don't look in the rearview mirror. We playing this game on December the 3rd. What happened then won't be important. What's going to happen Saturday?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Question goes to James Hill.
That's a fact.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the victory in the Bayou Classic. Can you talk a little bit about in the fourth quarter in the last contest, you guys went out and scored 20 points and shut the other team down, but just talk a little bit about moving forward. I know it's a new game and the momentum you can have going in.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Hill. But yeah, it is a momentum builder when you take a look at it. Some success to lean on and just keep going. But I think it's still some things that we're correcting from that. We already had opportunity to go out this morning to make those corrections to make us a better football team. The thing about it, the momentum, we just got to continue to go. When our defense is playing at a high level, it gives us a great chance of winning the ball game. And then, of course, offensively, we got to put the ball in the end zone. That's what it all comes down to, scoring points.
True.
So I do like the way that we finished the game. Still some work to do, and that's what this week here will take care of.
Coach,
like
it's all about the SWAC championship game. You've been there back-to-back seasons, two different teams, two different looks, two different programs. Talk about going into Jackson in this particular game and what you want to do with your Jags.
Well, we got to come out and we got to execute at a high level. And when we executing at a high level for 60 minutes, I like our chances. So we know the things that we have to correct, and that's what we're working on as we speak. So we just got to continue to keep working and keep grinding, and got to take place on Saturday. We'll see how the chips fall.
Thank you, sir. Have a blessed week.
Thank you. You too.
Next question goes to Kendrick Marshall.
Yeah, Coach. Including last year, this will be your third time preparing for Jackson State. How much of an advantage, if at all, is that from your standpoint of having to prepare for a team 3 times in a calendar year?
Well, you're saying an advantage. I guess it's an advantage for both of us because he had to prepare for us as well. It's a different team, but pretty much the same scheme, so it's no different. So it's no advantage. I think it's what you do now. That's why we use that acronym, WIN. What's important now? That's what's important right now, that we prepare for a great football team. That obviously they're a great football team. They're 11-0. They haven't lost a game this year and playing at a high level, and number one in probably every category that you try to categorize. So we do know the challenges and we know what we have to do, but of course, we're gonna always love our chances. We have an opportunity. So the things that we have to prepare for are advantages. I don't look at advantages. I just say you just got to go out and execute at a high level.
Gotta go out there and play, dog.
It's a quick follow-up.
Gotta go out there and play.
Bashawn McCray, he hasn't thrown for over 100 yards in the last 4 games. He has 71 yards against Grambling in the Bayou Classic. How important will it be for your offense to be able to stretch the State defense vertically in the passing game?
You say he hasn't thrown for over 100 yards in a couple of games. You name one game which he had not thrown for over 100 yards in the Bayou Classic. He did what he had to do for us to win the game. But the previous game before that open date, he did throw and had a couple of touchdowns, so it was great. Again, I just need him to do what he does that's going to help us to win. that's throwing for 300 yards, then we'll throw for 300. If that's not throwing and he's rushing, the same thing. At the end of the day, when it all comes down and it's a W, they're not worried about the stats. You got the biggest stat of all, winning.
Let me put this on the table right now. If Rashawn McCray throws for over 300 yards, they're winning this game. I'm going to say that right now. If Rashawn McCray can throw over 300 yards against this Jackson State defense with how they've been looking, and I'm talking about Southern, with how Southern offense been looking, with the way he plays, Southern's going to win this game. Southern is going to absolutely win this game if he throws for 300 yards. That's not happening because when has he done it? And against who? Rashawn McCray ain't throwing for 200. 150 maybe. 150 maybe. But 300, that was funny.
Thank you.
Last question goes to Stephen Gaither.
Come on.
Coach Dooley, how you doing this morning? Coach Dooley, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Amazing. Yeah, just really quick. You guys, the last time you guys played Jackson State, Travis Hunter, the freshman, was kind of still getting his wings under him. He's made some big plays over the last couple of weeks, but also given up some big plays too. What type of challenges does he and this this Jackson State defensive backfield present to you guys? That you got to account for this time.
I mean, when the eye in the sky would never lie. When you take a look at the young man is extremely talented. The young man has a high ceiling. The young man has a high IQ for football. You can look at that, the way that he plays, and he plays with a lot of confidence. When you play with a lot of confidence, that solves a lot of problems. But he's talented. He got a lot of talent behind that confidence. So we know the young man can play. That's no question about that. I think anyone that watches football know that he's a football player. So we have some challenges. They have some good players, not just Travis Hunter. They got some good players on defense. My coaching staff always hear me talk about Aubrey Miller. That's a football player. He's a linebacker. That's going to play from sideline to sideline, from tackle to tackle, and he's going to be all over the field. He has a passion for playing. You can just see the way he plays. So they got some good football players, and we know that. But at the end of the day, I feel that we have some good football players as well.
All right, and then to follow up quickly, you have been here before SWAC championships as an assistant with Coach Richardson. What would it mean for you to, if you guys are able to bring that championship back to Baton Rouge and just add your name in that lineage? I know you talked about that a little bit last year.
Well, that's a special spot right there, and that's what you strive for. Each year you step out on the field. You're not just stepping out on the field just to be able to play coach a collegiate football team. You're trying to win it all, and that's what it all comes down to. That's why those young men work so hard, starting in January all the way through the summer months. So this is what you play the game for, to play at the highest level, to be in the highest game, to win it all. So it would be a huge accomplishment.
Coach Dooley, we sincerely appreciate your time and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
And it's gonna look. This is the This is the Boombox Classic all over again. And I didn't get a chance to go to it this year, but if it's anything like what I saw with my own eyes, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 5 times bigger with the SWAC championship on the line. Like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be super huge because I know the stadium is gonna be completely packed. Like, completely packed. Like, this should be the highest selling FCS game this year. This should be. I don't see how it wouldn't be. Like, this game should be sold out. And if it's not sold out, then Grambling or Southern, Jackson State, what are you doing? This game should be sold out. It should be. This is a Boombox Classic Part 2, baby. We need that. Yeah. We need that. So, yeah, I hope they come and bring it because I'm going to be waiting on it. It's going to be fire. We're going to see what happens, man, but I can't wait for it, dog. It's going to be super dope to to watch.